I remember once we were dating, we were walking in Haruki's university, and we were holding hands there, but then we were about to enter the cafeteria, and he went, I was like, なんで？
皆さんこんにちは。だりジャパンです。今回は日本に住む国際カップルにインタビューしたいと思います。今現在日本の大学院に通われているアメリカ出身のアシュリーさんという方と日本人彼氏のハルキさんという方のお家にお邪魔したいと思います。何か小石さん気になることありますか？
そもそも2人の出会いについて聞いてみたいなって思います。それこそ日本人の方と海外の方が付き合う中でお互いのカルチャーショックとかその関係を作っていく構築の仕方がどういう違いがあるのかとか聞いてみたいな。
僕たちも国際カップルを目指しているので今日ぜひ参考にさせていただけたらと思います。今回の動画はですね、マレーシア在住のテタレさんのご支援のもとお送りいたします。テタレさんありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
こちらはアメリカ出身の25歳アシュリーです。現在日本の大学院に通っています。こちらが彼氏のハルキさんです。
And America and Japan are really different. I kind of change based on which country I'm in. So when I'm in Japan, it's a lot more like sort of Japanese style fashion. But then when I'm in America, it's a lot more blue jeans, t-shirts, the usual like American style. I'm from Texas in America, and Texas is very hot. So we don't wear as many clothes. I found out in Japan that's quite shocking to people. A lot of like tank tops and shorts, and people would be so surprised. So now I wear more Japanese fashion. That's one thing. His fashion has become a little more American, and mine's become more Japanese. In America too, I always drink a lot of tea, like chai.
What do you guys eat for breakfast?
It kind of depends who's cooking. So I usually make American style breakfast, like toast and eggs, usually some coffee and fruits. And then sometimes like on the weekends, we'll make Japanese food, but it takes longer to make. So when I have school, it's hard to make it on those days.
ハルキさんも料理するんですか？
全然自炊してなかったんですけど、でもアシリと住み始めてから
日本でのカルチャーショックを教えてください。
One culture shock I've had in Japan that was sort of a bigger one for me was tatemae. Because people are quite direct in English. They still might be polite and just say it to be polite, but not to the same level. So that would surprise me. Like for example, maybe someone goes, oh yes, let's absolutely meet again, it was so fun. But they will never see you again. Or if people are just complimenting, or if they really mean it, this kind of thing. Was hard for me to find out at first, and I was bad at using tatemae. So I would offend many of my Japanese friends by not using tatemae. If they were like, oh, what do you think of my outfit? And I go, yeah, it's okay. They're like, what? So I had to go, めっちゃ可愛いね. Same meaning and same feeling, but different based on the culture. So that was a really big one for me. I had to learn how to use tatemae in that. In Japan, it's not a bad thing, it's not a lie. It's just used to make social interactions kinder and easier and to reassure the other people. So I had to learn how to use that and to see the benefits of tatemae, even though in my culture it's not usually seen as a good thing.
朝食の後、ハルキさんは動画の編集を始めます。なぜ YouTube を始めたのですか？
そもそもなんか昔から動画作るのが僕好きで、中学生の頃とかマインクラフトの動画を自分で撮ってなんか実況をしてなんか YouTube に上げるっていうのをやってて、大体友達にバカにされて終わるんですけどでもなんか実際にアシュリーと国際カップルのなんか面白いところとか撮れたらなとか、普通に話してるだけでそうなのって思うこと結構いっぱいあるんですよ。そういうのをもっと共有できたらなとか、あとはいろんな人とコメントとかライブ配信とかでコミュニケーション取っていろんな知見を増やしていけたらなって思うのがあったので、
ダリジャパンでは3種類の動画を配信しております。1つ目は日本に関する様々なトピックを扱ったインタビュー動画。2つ目は日本に住む外国人の1日に密着したライフインジャパン。3つ目が夢を追う日本人に密着した夢追い人になります。このチャンネルの動画制作はスポンサー様のご支援のもと成り立っております。もしスポンサーにご興味のある方は下記の概要欄からご確認ください。How did you guys meet?
We met when she came to my university in 2019, so about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
You study abroad.
Yeah, I studied abroad for only 2 months.
Mm.
And before I went, my father said, I will pay you money if you don't date someone in Japan, because I think you will. And then he said, if you date someone, you have to pay me money.
Okay.
So, okay. So we had a bet.
Okay.
And then finally at the end, I gave him the money.
Really?
So
I didn't know that.
Why did you come to Japan to study abroad?
My grandfather grew up in Okinawa.
Oh.
And so Japanese culture was a little familiar to me since I was a child. Like, we would eat omurice as children with my grandfather. And so I was curious. I studied it in high school and university, and my program required us to study abroad somewhere. I know Japanese, I guess Japan. It was kind of random, but I'm very lucky I studied in Japan.
And who approached you?
Very indirect Japanese way.
I realized the existence of her first.
Oh.
Yeah, she was talking with someone else. I noticed her beauty. But then I couldn't talk to her on that day. But next day, like we somehow, were able to talk. So then we decided to, we only asked, but we and also other friends decided to go to dinner.
So somehow, it was very indirect way that made me laugh after. He told his teacher, hey, I want to talk to the Americans. And so then we were volunteering at study hall where people can study, and he was there. And the teacher said, oh, Ashley, someone wants to talk to you. Haruki! Then he was like, oh, hi, what's your name? So casual. I didn't know that he had planned it.
It wasn't planned.
Master plan.
And then I think we also went to dinner together. And also like going to karaoke with friends.
We did a lot of language study. You go, oh, I need help with my paper. And wouldn't even open the computer. Just talking.
Are there any culture shock when you guys started a relationship?
American or Western people are way more direct in comparison with Western people, I think, especially in Japan. Because when she has any problem, she would tell me pretty much soon. But if I have any problems, I would endure it for a while. And then I get just upset for no reason. But that was the culture shock first. But over time, I try to be more assertive and then let her know if I have any problems.
Yeah, you realized it's kind to say if you have a problem. So then it's not a big problem later. And then I had to learn another culture shock when you're in a relationship but in a group setting. So that could be difficult. I remember once we were dating, we were walking in Haruki's university and we were holding hands there. But then we were about to enter the cafeteria and he went, I was like, nande? Is there a secret girlfriend? Why? He's like, no, but one of my teachers or friends might be here. I'm like, is our relationship a secret? Why does it matter? And so this was the difference. He explained
I was
it.
shy.
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't do any PDA, like public display affection, like kiss or hug in front of my family nor friends. Maybe friends are just a little bit.
If you've been drinking or something.
Or very, very close friends.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would behave as if she's my very close friend.
Then with my American friends and family, if we didn't have any PDA, we'd be like, are you fighting today? Or did you actually secretly break up? What's going on? They'd be very worried. So it's important there to show that. So that's a difference as well, I think.